Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be doing a 7-round Tennessee Titans mock draft. We are currently working our way through all 32 teams. Just finished up the AFC West, previously did the AFC North, and now we are moving on to the AFC South. Hoping to get all 32 teams done before the draft. Yeah, let's get into it with the Titans. Here picking at number 4. Ruben Bain and Arvil Reese fell to us in this situation. Not completely unreasonable. Obviously, one of Reese, Bain, or Bailey will always be there, no matter what. And I think whoever is left of those three is a selection, because I think all three of them give you a legit, blue chip player along the defensive line that you can kind of build your defense around. If all three of them are on the board, Bain would be my pick. He's going to be my pick here. I know he's got shorter arms and it shows up a little bit on tape with his hand usage, but he's so violent. He's so intentional and aggressive at the point of attack, and he's so disruptive, both in the run game and the pass game. He's a phenomenal player. So I don't really care if he has short arms. Doesn't really mean anything to me. Here at pick 35, right away, Akeem Mesidor, keeping the Miami guys together. Thank you, Jason Taylor, because everything I said about Ruben Bain, you can say similar things about Akeem Mesidor. His violence at the point of attack, his ability to just disrupt and shake offensive linemen off their spots. He doesn't get pushed around in the run game. He's so strong and physical. It's impressive what that defensive line was able to do this year. And I don't hate keeping them together and just having a disruptive, mean front. I know with Robert Saleh, he's probably going to want to come and institute a really good defense. And man, what better way would there be to do that than, I phrased that weird, but you get the point. Having these two Miami guys back to back, is a great way to start that defensive line. Some of the other guys that are here, Emmanuel Pregnon would be interesting. Dunker would be interesting. I don't love Cease. A bit too one-dimensional for me. I'd start to think about Pons right here. I don't love his size, though. He's really good. No, I feel like this is pretty easy for me. The two Miami edge players together and just create a disruptive front on that defensive line. Here at pick 66, I know receiver's interesting. You could use another body in there. Running back, I don't think Jadarian Price will be here. You could go Dominique Orange, Big Citrus, and just pack out the defensive line. And he does have the height that Robert Saleh likes. Saleh likes those taller, lengthier interior defensive linemen. You could go Max Clare. You could go Jack Endries. I like some guys down the board better than Endries. I like Jolly better. I like Klein better. I like Raritan and Koziel better too. But I like Clare a lot. You could go corner. Julian Neal's got really good size for the corner position. Just a solidly, thickly built corner. Reminds me of the size of like Cam Hart from a few years ago. I think I like Cam Neal. I think I like Julian Neal better than Chandler Rivers. A bit of a smaller corner. Jonah Coleman's still here. See, I don't think there's any chance in the world Jadarian Price is here at 66. I do think there's a world where Jonah Coleman is. And I kind of view them similarly. I just from everything I read and everything I hear, I get the sense that Price is going to be a top 50 pick. That just kind of seems like where it's going. And I think they're both really good. I'd have both of them as top 50 players for sure. So to be able to get Jonah Coleman here at pick 66, I feel like would be a steal. I mean, smaller guy with good contact balance. He's an elusive runner who's got good power as well. And a backfield that wasn't stellar last year. I mean, I like Tony Pollard, but you certainly could get younger and, more of a solid future in the backfield to pair with Cam Ward. I think I would absolutely do that. Here at pick 101, Sam Roush. I like that. I'd also like to get a secondary piece. That's not what I wanted. I know Xavier Scott's going back to school. I don't know much about Will Lee. I know Genesis Smith is like a ball-hawking free safety, so that could be fun. Sam Roush is interesting. Marlon Klein. Is that the pick right here? So many teams running 12 personnel. I know they got the Texas tight end from last year. I'm blanking on his name, but Chigo Okonkwo's a free agent, and with the amount of 12 personnel that's being ran, you could use another tight end. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go Marlon Klein. Really physically gifted, kind of ball of clay is how I'd see him. Probably want to get something across the on the offensive line. Pat Coogan's a guy. Ernest Green. I'm not super familiar with some of these. Benosen's interesting here. Robert Spears Jennings is interesting here. Let's go Igbinosun. I think he had a much better season this year. Got his penalties under check, under control. He's got really good size for a corner, good athleticism. I think he'd be a solid, mid-round pick at the cornerback position. Bit of a higher upside guy. A few picks later, I feel like I always go Pat Coogan just because it's a name that I know. I don't know much about Jaden Roberts. But I don't know much about Jaden Roberts. But they need offensive line, and I just can't pick Pat Coogan for everybody. They haven't gotten a receiver yet. Kevin Coleman's staring me in the face. He's another guy who I think could be closer to the top 100 than this. We're going to pick him, though. If he's there, you got to pick him. And at pick 238, there's not much left. I don't think you'd waste a pick on a quarterback. Eric Gentry could be fun. He's just got an insane build for linebacker, but can't hurt ever taking developmental linebackers late in the draft. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I think that's what we're going to do. Just see if you could do something with a physical outlier like Gentry. So there it is. The Tennessee Titans 7-round mock draft. You are keeping the two Miami edge defenders together. Jonah Coleman, Marlon Klein should help out Cam Ward in that offense. Getting some help in the secondary, help on the offensive line. I think this is a real solid draft. Getting stud defensive pieces where you can start to build your identity on defense with a mean front seven. Let me know what you guys think down below. If there's any picks you would have made differently. If there's any guys you think fit really well with the Titans. Like I said, we're going to be doing all 32 teams. We're also going to be doing first-round mock drafts. I might talk about the Senior Bowl a little bit. Might do some player evals. So if you're looking for another voice, another opinion with the draft coming up here soon, make sure you like, subscribe, stick around. I'll have tons of content coming out here soon. But that is all for me. So thanks for watching. Have a good one.